Hey you guys, so nice to see you. Welcome to my Patreon channel. I am so grateful to have you here and that we can build a community of support through energetic change and frequencies so we can create the life that we want and we can assemble some sort of order in life to unmatch, is that a word? Unmatch, to combat. Let's just say to combat the chaos of life so we don't have to be at the whim of the chaos of life. So energy is pure. It's just pure. And that's just what's so wonderful about it. It's the human ego that puts judgment to it, right? So what I have here today, in keeping an integrity of quantum energy and harnessing energy, we have our June, for the month of June, astrological breakout by element. So I'll be doing 4 readings in this one session, okay? It'll be for air signs, earth signs, water signs, and fire signs. All right, you guys? So I will also, down in the comment section below, I will let you know which deck of cards that I'm using. And if you haven't already registered or signed up for any other tier, please feel free to do that. I invite you, because each tier has different information and different offers. All right, you guys? So let's just get to this. How does this sound? All right, so I'm going to start off using the traditional Rider-Waite deck. And I'm also going to be using the Good Tarot deck, all right? For last minute messages or any, concluding messages, I'm going to be using the E² Oracle deck, all right, you guys? And I'll make sure I have that information down below. So we are going to start off with the air signs. So all you air signs out there, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this is, excuse me, this is for you. So let's see. What do these cards, what is the energy? What is the energy for my air signs for June? What is the energy for my air signs in June? My air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What is the message? What do my air signs need to know? Here we go. And I'll show you the cards that I pull in just a second. Okay. So here are the cards that I've pulled: 4 of water and 2 of fire. So the first thing for you air signs, it's funny, we got water and fire. Comrades, yes? The first thing that's showing up in regards for you guys is the art of collaboration. So for June, you're going to want to collaborate with other people, okay? Air signs, all you Geminis, Libras, and Aquarii out there, you're going to want to collaborate and work with other people. It's going to be a bit of a challenge because you've been very alone in this process, or feeling alone in this process. And for me, what this process is representing does have some sort of financial connection to it, okay? So this could be in terms of work. This could be in terms of a project that has some sort of financial aspect or career. So if you find that you are working too much on your own, it's time to collaborate with someone else. If you are an entrepreneur, it's time for you to collaborate with someone else. If you're an artist of any sort, it's time to start collaborating with someone else. This is about teamwork. It's also about asking for help. So for June, it's going to be a big month for you to sort of set aside any discomfort to ask for help. It feels like, egotistically speaking, and we're humans and we have egos, so it's totally fine and it's totally cool to be this way. You may have been thinking you can do it all on your own. The thing is, you can't. You're going to need help for June in order to create this collaboration. And again, it does feel like there's a financial or a career aspect to it. I also do feel like when this collaboration takes place, when you'll start to feel the cogs of your work moving forward. So you may have actually been feeling like you've been floating just like in molasses, just sort of thickness, feeling stuck. So the key for you guys in terms of movement forward financially, which is what's coming up, is this collaborative work. Now, the thing is, what's also showing up is the expectation behind the collaborative work. Drop it. Yo, I know that sucks. Because you're going to want to have a vision. You're going to want to know how this all plays out. But we're in retrograde season right now. And a lot of review and reflection is happening so that you can heal those shadow parts of yourself. The thing is, it could be full of surprises. We're also starting eclipse season. So June starts us with our eclipse season, and also it's the setup phase for Mercury retrograde. So we have a lot going on. So I feel like there are going to be surprises. So really the best thing for you guys, for all my Gemini, Libra, and Aquariuses out there, is to not have expectations or not have, such a strict view or blinders on in terms of how this project is going to go. Because you are collaborating with someone else, it's important to listen to their perspective. It's important to listen to what they have to say as well. Teamwork, that's what this is about, teamwork. And it does feel to me like you've been alone or on your own for a while. So this is almost like a bit of a lesson for you to learn how to negotiate too and compromise. And not that you should do it to your detriment, but hear the other person out. Because what you have in your mind is probably not what they have in their mind, but this is a collaboration. And if you do it the right way and you negotiate and compromise, it does feel like you will be creating something unique that does have the capability or the ability to bring in some finances or some money or to move the career forward. Right, Bonzo? My dog is agreeing with me. So this feeling of stuckness can definitely end, but it's contingent upon you compromising and negotiating, which I think I need to do with my dog right now. What is going on, sir? He's like barking at a ball or howling at a ball. I don't know. So let's see. What is Bonzo? Stand by for just 1 second, please. Sorry about that, guys. I live in a zoo. If it's not a pugapoo, it's a cockatoo. So just to get back to where I was, this can be a really great month. June can be great for you to financially move forward, but it will be contingent upon how you're going to collaborate and work with someone else and not be afraid or feel vulnerable. It's more like that, not to be afraid to feel vulnerable, to ask for help. Because even in asking for help, even if you ultimately do this project or whatever it is on your own, the help itself is collaboration. With collaboration, there's expansion. So that's why it's really great to take the blinders off, because this is about expansion and expanding yourself financially and finally moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull one last card here just to see what is like an oracle message, to see what implementation tool or how you can go ahead and go about this. So here we go. We have the superhero card. I love it. Okay, so what this is definitely saying is that through the collaboration or collaborating with someone else, there will be some sort of creation of some sort that's bigger and beyond what you could have imagined. Something that is sort of intangible, not reachable without the help of someone else. And it has the ability, this project has the ability to affect other people and to make other people feel good. Even if it's just one other person, it doesn't even matter, right? Because what do superheroes do? They help people, right? They help people either feel good about themselves or they rescue them, they give them advice, whatever it is. And they themselves have these attributes that are sort of untouchable and people really respect and look up to them, and they're called for upon help. So just think, wouldn't it be super cool if you guys develop something through collaboration that people can actually use and it can help them, right? Because superheroes, that's what they do. They help people. So my air signs, all you Geminis, Libras, and Aquarius, for the month of June, this sounds really good. This looks really, really good. So I'm really excited for you, and I'd love to hear what your experience is with this. What did come out for you for this? What did you collaborate with? Who did you collaborate with? And did you get into that vulnerable part of yourself where you were able to actually ask for help? I hope so. Thank you so much for letting me read for you guys. We're going to head on to another sign now. All right, guys, we are back, and we are now about to have a June reading for my fire signs. So my Aries, my Leos, and my Sagittarius. So fire signs, what do my fire signs need to know for June? What does fire need to know for June? My Aries, my Leos, and my Sages. My Aries, my Leos, and my Sages. What do my Aries, my Leos, and Sages need to know for June? For June. What's the energy for them? For June. Okay. Stand by. I'm going to pick a Rider-Waite card, and I'm going to pick a good tarot card for this. Ooh, this guy fell out. We're going to have two Rider-Waite cards since one guy just fell out. And we're going to take a good tarot card here. So let me reveal these to you. Let me just put these in some sort of semblance of order. So these are the cards for June for my fire signs. Whoop. We have Star. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have, Wheel of Fortune. Or it says Fortune's Wheel. All right. So this actually sounds really good. Oh, my fire signs. Where are my fire signs at? Raise your hand. All right, y'all. This is about incoming and outgoing of new energy. But when I mean energy, this is of intuition. This is like higher realms of intuition. This is also about the responsibility of using this intuition. So my fire signs for the month of June, I feel like I want to say to you that your intuitive skills, talents, and abilities are going to amplify and kind of go out the roof. And I feel like there's an element of luck to this, actually. Luck and protection. I feel like y'all, and I'm a Leo, so I'm in this category too. We all are going to have like a cloak of secrecy over us, kind of like hidden from maybe the collective, so that we can do our little wizardry work. So this is about us really tuning in and tapping into our talents, skills, and abilities that could bring us luck, actually. Now, there's also the possibility that if we don't use it, we lose it. Now, generally speaking, that never happens. But the way I can kind of maybe say this in a way to help us understand better is if we're not practicing it, it's not coming more online. So, this is about us being committed, which I know can be hard for Sagittarius. Sagittarius don't like to be tied down. They like to have their freedom. This is about being committed to a practice, a spiritual practice of some sort. So my fire signs, if any of us, myself included, have sort of not been putting into practice us building our intuition, then we need to start doing it. So for example, if you're finding, for me personally, this is what's happening, my telepathy is coming online and I'm able to communicate with people, or think of them and boom, they manifest, they show up. So I need to start practicing that, right? So that I can learn how to harness that energy and learn how to use it for good. Not that I would use it for evil, but I'm just saying to practice it. So if maybe one of your gifts is like having dreams, right? Then it's a matter of practicing analyzing the dreams or writing the dreams down, or maybe yours is just making predictions for things that are about to happen. So it's a matter of practicing this. So if we don't practice it, it's not going to get to the point where we would like it to be, because there's this yearning and this desire that we're all having, my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, that we want to help. We want to offer these talent and skills that are there. They are here. It's just we have to actually do it and offer it. So there's also a little bit of insecurity in terms of like, this is my offer. And the thing is through the practice of doing it is where we'll get the validation. From the validation is where our confidence will grow in it. Now, not only confidence, but an element of good luck. An element of good luck. Now, this is retrograde season, right? So this is a time for us to review and reflect and to put into motion new ways of being. So I would go so far as to say that it would be super important for the fire signs to be practicing their talents and skills. Maybe it's playing around with tarot cards. Maybe it's doing runes. Maybe it's doing spell casting. Whatever it is, practicing it. And in the practice, and as you connect to the spirit world or to the divine or God or goddess or source or creator or whoever you have that divine connection with, angels, masters, teachers, loved ones, whoever, ask, right? Ask for the signs that you're in alignment, that you're going the right way, going the right direction, and really designate what those signs are so that you have no doubt that you are working with God, goddess, the divine creator, source, God, whoever, your masters, teachers, loved ones, angels, spirit guides, whoever, whatever. So it's about really trusting and using and practicing these intuitive skills for the month of June. And through the practice, you'll get the validation so that your confidence grows with it. Because if you don't use it, it's not like you'll lose it, but it's like a muscle, it'll atrophy, and it just kind of like will go away. And we're heading in directions now. The new world is being built where we will be using these skills, talents, and abilities as a way of maneuvering and navigating through our human experience. So we fire signs, Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius, we are in a really great place to practice and to start really utilizing these skills so that we can be more adaptable to all of the energetic frequencies and changes that are happening. So let me get one last overall message here from the E² deck and see what we need to know. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What is it that we need to know? Sticky wicket. Sticky wicket. We need to be, in terms of our skills, talents, and abilities, we kind of have to be that squeaky wheel with our friends and family, and especially people we don't know, probably more than people that we do know, to ask them, can we practice and play with you these skills and abilities? And every time someone says no, from a loving, kind, playful way, see if you can just say, well, I need to practice. Can I please practice? Be that squeaky wheel to get what it is that you need to get. People don't get things in life if they just sit there and not do anything. So the sticky wicket is about taking action in your practice so that you can develop this. All right, so that is the June message for my fire signs, my Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. We're going to go to the next element, so stand by. All right, my earth signs, you are up on deck. let's see, what messages do we have for the month of June for my earth signs, Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns? Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. Now, one thing that I did forget to mention in the last two readings, so my apologies, but I'll say it now and I'll make sure that I write it also in the captions below. These can also apply not just to your sun sign, but to your moon and rising as well. So these can be for your sun, moon, and rising. So just keep that in mind. All right, you guys. So let me pull a card here for my earth. What is going on with my earth people? My Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Just going to go ahead and pull one from the Rider-Waite. What is going on with my earth signs for the month of June? What is happening for the month of June for my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, what is going on for the month of June? Now I'm going to pick from the Good Tarot deck, and then we can begin. Yas. Whoops. Okay, here we go. This one, 2. All right, here we go. Reveal. The Magician. And we have 7 of Air. All right, so this is about creating from thinking. So this is about the earth signs really getting into and understanding their thought process. So all you guys, all you earth signs out there, your Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns, your mind is definitely going to be strategizing this week. Not this week, this month. This is June. Wah, wah. So what's happening is that your thought process and your strategizing will be able to create and alchemize a new outcome for yourself. So for you guys, you will have the ability this month to actually transform a situation or a scenario, and I do feel like it is working with other people. So this actually feels to me relationship oriented. Now, when I'm talking relationship, I'm talking how you relate to other people. So it can be platonic relationships, it can be romantic relationships, it can be coworker relationships, familial, meaning family relationships. So this is about relationship, how you are relating with other people. I feel like this is, and this is actually God, you guys, earth people, all you Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns, and again, sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be a really great opportunity for you to review and reflect your relationships, which is interesting because we are in Venus retrograde, and that's a lot of what Venus retrograde energy is about reviewing and reflecting relationships, but the values and the esteem that we put on those. So you guys are right on track with that, you Tauri, Virgo, and Capricorns. So, this is about alchemizing and transforming and transitioning your relationships. Now, I do feel like there are plenty of opportunities for you to actually look and see and take responsibility and accountability for what you have done on your own, in your own responsibility in relationship to someone else. So if you're going to use this energy wisely, it's really going to be a great idea for you not to focus on the other person, but for you to take in yourself and just say, okay, well, how was I being with this person? Why do I have this person in my life? What does this person contribute and add value to in my life? How do I add value and contribute to their life? Also things like, how do I feel when I'm with them? Am I feeling depleted in my energy? Am I feeling revived in my energy? And what is my responsibility? What did I do to have whatever happened happen? Because it does feel like there's either a disconnect or not an argument, but a squabble, maybe miscommunication, a disagreement, something along those lines. So you Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns are going to have an opportunity to really think through this process to create that alchemy, to shift these relationships, to transform it's not just transforming though, it's transmuting. And that is the healing process. So you are having an opportunity to heal relationships in the month of June. That's really big. That's huge. The thing is do you want to? So you're going to have to find some sort of authenticity in yourself to find out, like, do I really want to have change with this person? Do I want this relationship to still be here? And how do I want it to look? And how can I be accountable for making it happen that way? So there could be reconnections if there's been disconnections. If there have been breakups, there could be break-togethers. I don't know how to say that. It's just more of like coming back together. It could just be popping in to say hello, saying what you need to say, just being heard, being seen, and then leaving. So relationships may not even... may pop in and out if there was a disconnect or a breakup, or you may decide to end a relationship, but through the alchemy of it is where the healing happens. So this doesn't feel to me like it's like broken per se. It could just be like it's run its course, or there's closure to it if this is the ending of a relationship of some sort. And again, relationships can be anything from platonic friends. It can be working, co-workers, right? It can be with familial, with your family. And it can be romance. But this is about you alchemizing and shifting, transmuting, and changing something. But I do feel like you will feel good about it. Ultimately, whatever you choose, whether you're reconnecting, coming back together, whether you're just evaluating a friendship or a relationship of whatever sort, or if there's going to be like a breakup or a disconnect or an ending to this. All right, my earth people, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, rising, sun, and moon. So just know that it's okay. It's actually really good, because I do feel like there will be peace around this. So I don't think that there will be unfinished business or this yearning or desire for closure necessarily, because I feel like you'll get it, whether you come back together or whether you separate completely. All right, you guys. So let's do one more here. One more message for us. For us earth people, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's see what is going on here. We have wrecking ball. Okay, so this is about having the closure and the completeness of whatever happens. So in order for things to transmute and change, there has to be a breakdown, right? So there has to be this wrecking ball that comes in to destroys what is no longer valid, no longer works for us, so that we can rebuild, reconstruct, and heal. So this is about, healing our relationships this month for earth signs, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, rising, sun, moon. There will be healings in relationship, okay? Whether the relationship sticks around or not, or whether it completely just finally ends, because there may be some back and forth that's going on. So just know that it's okay, because with every breakdown, there's a breakthrough. There cannot be a reconciliation. There cannot be a healing or transformation without there being some sort of breakdown first, all right? So just know everything is in its perfect, wonderful place. You're gonna be okay. I feel like you'll have closure, so there won't be this yearning or this like desire to find out what happens. But just be kind and compassionate to yourself and unconditional with yourself and other people. There's a lot going on right now in the world, so people may not be acting the way you think they should be acting based on your conditions. That's something I'm actually working on right now. So, just know that everything, whatever is happening, is divine. It's perfect, okay? You're gonna be okay. Everything is fine, all right, you earthlings? You earth signs? All right, you guys, we're gonna head on to the next sign now. All right, where my water signs at? Woo, woo. Sun, moon, and rising water signs. So that means this section of the reading is for my Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces people. All right, my very sensitive folks. So let's see, what does June have in store for my water signs, sun, moon, and rising. What's going on in June for my water signs? What is happening in June for my water signs? My water signs, what's going on? All right, so I'm first picking from the Rider-Waite deck. Now, let's see what I'm going to pick from the Good Tarot deck. All right, what's going on for my water signs, sun, moon, and rising? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What is going on for you guys? What is going on for my water signs? Here we go. Pick me a card. Let's do a reveal. Here we go. All right. Page of Cups. And strength. Okay. All right. Water signs. Water signs, water signs, water signs. There's a lot going on in June. A lot. And you guys being so sensitive, really being able to tap into the collective energy of what is happening is kind of sucking your soul. So I do feel like the water signs here are being drained of their energy. Now, it also feels like there's a sense of fear that you guys are acting on. Totally normal, totally natural with being in so much uncertainty of what is happening now. June is a big ass energy month. June, July, and August. This entire freaking summer is going to be off the motherfucking charts. So the thing is like you guys being so sensitive, you have to learn how to find a barrier or to have to discern or separate yourself, your energy from the collective's energy. Now that does take a sense of maturity. So I don't want to say that you're being immature, no, but your sensitivity to all of this uncertainty is kind of taking you into survival mode. It's bringing you back a little bit, okay? So I don't mean that in a really terrible, horrible, detrimental, doomsday way. What I want to do is I want to share it with you as a reminder to set barriers and filters for yourself and protect your energy, all right? This means if you're able to protect your energy and reserve your energy, you will have the strength to help other people or to stand on behalf of other people. You are being called to step up into your strength and power, but your energy is sort of scattered and it's sort of all over the place because you're not having clear boundaries. So it does feel like you will have to work on boundary setting for the month of June. So my water signs, boundary setting is going to be huge for you. My water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? So that will take a sense of emotional maturity. So that means you're going to have to be really mindful and aware of your emotions and what's going on. I would suggest to you that you do some sort of shielding for yourself for the month of June. I mean, we should be doing this all the time, but we're human and we forget, especially if we're light workers or we are trying to help other people, or we're just in general, just highly sensitive people, whether it's to other people, to what people say, or energy. So if I were you, I would sort of create some sort of protective wall or bubble or something where you can reserve your energy so that you can use it for your own strength and your own power, because it does feel to me like there's some leakage happening with your energy. You're focusing a lot on outside of yourself, and that is where your energy is going. So for you, it's about shielding up, setting boundaries, not being afraid to say no, okay? In spite of you not wanting to hurt somebody's feelings. So it's like, no, because you can say no. No is a full and complete sentence, and you don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to, sit here and explain why you're doing A, B, and C, okay? Because you are being called up to action to help other people, and you can actually help other people by setting boundaries. Because when you set a boundary, you're helping somebody else understand and know how they can maneuver, how they can run their life. So, maybe there's a reframe that you can do for yourself. And it's not like I'm setting boundaries it's not just about you setting boundaries to protect yourself, but it's also setting boundaries to help other people learn to navigate so they can regulate, balance, and manage their way. And that's a very helpful approach. But the only way for you to do that is to make sure your energy is in the right place, right? So if you're constantly thinking of something or someone or a situation, that's where your energy is going, which is outside of yourself, right? So your job this month for June, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, is to really practice self-care. Practice self-care. Set boundaries. Keep your energy within yourself. Stop looking outside of yourself. Stop focusing outside of yourself because you are leaking energy. You will be able to move forward, or you will be able to accomplish the goals that you need for June. But this is also where leaking energy is happening. Is like it's almost like you're making too many goals for yourself, right? So if you're making too many goals for yourself, you're worried about this, about that, about this, about that, and you're like all over the place. So this is also regarding collecting your energy. It's about really staying focused on one thing at a time. So my water folks, my Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, pick one thing to focus on and do it really, really good and set boundaries around it. You will reserve your energy. You will find your strength and your courage and your motivation. And once you finish that one thing, then go on to the next thing. And that next thing is where you will put all your focus and attention on, right? Then when you finish that, go on to the next thing. So I'm not saying don't have goals, okay? But for June, you're gonna wanna sort of organize them. You're gonna want to collect the energy between each of them. You're going to want to really successfully, sort of break them down maybe into a process of some sort. Otherwise, you won't have the strength and stamina. I'm going to put in stamina because of your energy leaking situation. You won't have the strength and stamina to complete what it is that you want to complete in the month of June. All right, so my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, is going to be super important for you to really collect your energy, for you to set boundaries, okay, for you to just focus on one thing at a time and then move on to the other thing. And all of this will help you reserve your energy, and it helps you become more emotionally mature. And I don't want to sit here and say you're like emotionally immature, but it kind of levels you up. It teaches you how to progress forward in a more organized way, a more adult way. Okay, so now I'm gonna give one overall last message. I'm gonna pick us a card from the Oracle of E Squared deck. So what can I say? What's my last message here for my water signs, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? What's the dealio? What is going on here? What can I say? The cards are not going in. All right. What is this last message here? What is my last message for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Let's pick the card and do a reveal. Here we go. The F word. Here's what I'm going to say about the F word. I'm going to say the F word, which is fuck. And I'm going to say, put your view of how things are supposed to go, because you're so scattered all over the place, and and this whole like, how do I do this? And how am I going to get this? And you're leaking of energy. Put it in the fuck it bucket. You cannot operate that way. Say, fuck it. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do it really good. Good. That's done. I'm going to go on to the next thing, because fuck it that I'm going to be all over the place. I'm not going to be able to have the stamina to complete what I need to complete for June. So I'm putting it in the fuck it bucket. There's only so much that your human mind will be able to handle, and your human mind, your thoughts will create thoughts, right? Which will produce feelings, which produce energy and motion known as emotion. And whatever you are emoting, that is your electronic broadcast signal. That is what you're magnetizing back to you. So if you are feeling scattered, that's the emotion you're putting out there, which is scattered vagueness. So the universe is going to be like, all right, cool. He or she is like vibrating scattered, scattered vagueness. How about this situation where you're going to be super unclear? Or how about this situation where you're going to be super confused? And then all that's going to do is going to give you that opportunity to ruminate over and over and over again and just go, well, fuck, what do I do? I'm giving you a tool to use for the month of June, which is set boundaries, create a filter for yourself of protection to reserve your energy, and just focus on one thing at a time, one thing at a time, one thing at a time, and put everything else in the fuck it bucket. All right, you guys? All right, we went through all 4 astrological elements in this reading. Some really great stuff for the month of June. So I'd love to hear how June is working out for you. So please feel free to either message me on Patreon, or you can just leave comments right here on YouTube as well. We're all in this together. Listen, life is a human learning process. We're just learning how to balance and navigate and manage our way through this, right? But we can do this together. And when we use energy, it can just really empower us. I mean, going through life feeling more empowered, doesn't it feel better than feeling victimized as if this shit is happening to me? Well, wouldn't it be nice if we can, use our intellect, use our emotions to reframe and grab some sort of control instead of feel victimized, all right? Empowerment versus victimization. And we can do this, and we can do this together. It is such an honor to read for you guys. Thank you so much for being part of this community. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm always saying stay connected. So stay connected to yourself, stay connected to your family and friends. Of course, you can stay connected to me, and I'll see ya on the flip side.